with depression, amongst a few other things. And over the years, I've found through things that people say to me that the condition is misunderstood, even though it's now so common and it's talked about by celebrities. It's talked about by people quite openly now. And yet, through things that people say to me, I think you're not really understanding what I'm going through here. So I'm going to do a quick video, and here are 5 things that people have said to me over the years that have made me think you don't really understand what I'm going through. And hopefully we'll clear that up. So, welcome to Mental Health Mondays.
Yay!
Hello, happy gardeners, botanists, nutters, anyone that's out there. Welcome to Mental Health Monday. We've got Shaky on camera. Say hello, Shaky.
Oh, yeah.
And Shaky's got a list of 5 things that people say to me when I'm going through depression that I think you're missing the point here. Anyway, fire away, Shaky. Question 1.
Okay, question 1. After sleeping 16 to 20 hours a day for a month, people say, you must have needed it.
I often get this. When with depression, it sometimes knocks you out. It really knocks you out. Your entire body just completely shuts down. The fatigue is unreal. You can't lift your hand off the bed to scratch your nose. And I quite often, people will say, you know, I've been sleeping for a lot of time. They say, you must have needed it. I didn't need it. I don't need it. I need it like a hole in the head. You don't need it at all. It's just the way that your body reacts. This is what happens with depression. It's your body shutting down for a bit. It's your body not being able to cope with stuff, and it just shuts down. Right, let's fire on to number 2.
Number 2. Need something to cheer you up.
You need something to cheer you up. This is a misconception with depression, or personally, my personal experience with it. It's not to do with sadness. It's not like a bereavement. It's not where you feel sad. You feel nothing. You have no emotion. There is no cheering up. There is no feeling sad. There's nothing. It's an awful feeling. I've described it before as if someone phoned you up to tell you that a dear friend was expecting a baby, you'd have the same emotional reaction as if someone had phoned you up to tell you that same dear friend had just been killed in a car crash. You feel nothing whatsoever. And that is painful. I can only describe it as a pain. Like, if you know, a pain is not an emotional thing. If you've got a bad knee, your knee hurts. And it is, to not feel is incredibly painful. I think that's the word I use. And sometimes for some people, well, every hour and a half in Britain, that pain becomes too much. And yeah, that's the pointy end of depression. That is the terminal point of depression. There is no cure. There is only prevention for that point. And I'd like to do another video about that, because I think it's well, yeah, I think it's very relevant, because you're not allowed to talk about it. YouTube will just scrap me if I say the S word. Anyway, let's have number 3.
Number 3. When you have a good day, people think you are better.
This is another thing with depression. You can have mind-blowingly crushing depression. It stops you being able to think. It stops your body from working. It stops all sorts of stuff. And then you'll have a day when you're okay. Like, I'm having an okay day today. But I don't know, tomorrow I might be asleep for 16 hours. I've got no idea. I don't know what's coming. And so when you have a good day, people often say to you, oh, you're better. And no, you're not. You're not like it all the time. It comes in waves. When you're going into a depression and when you're coming out of a depression, you get more and less bad days and more and less bad days. And it seems to do it like that. It's not a like sort of on-off thing. Right, let's have the next question.
Okay, number 4. Nice weather is coming. That'll cheer you up.
Oh. Now, I know that some people do suffer with solar affective disorder. This is where you're not getting enough UV, and it can affect your mood. But the depression that I suffer from, the seasons don't make any difference whatsoever. People so often say to me in when the spring's coming, oh, the spring's coming, that will cheer you up. For a start, I'm not sad. I don't need cheering up, and for me, it makes no difference. It really does make no difference. But there we go. Right, and question 5.
5.
Yeah, we're on the last question.
It's all in your head.
Oh,
It doesn't affect your body.
yes. Now, mental disorders affect your body enormously. I mean, crikey, it can make you sleep, it can make you puke, it can make your bowels go all over the place. A lot of people get this with stress. Your bowel, oh crikey, it can make you impotent. It can make you shake. I get a lot of shakes from anxiety and adrenaline. Mental health and physical being are the same thing. They are linked together so closely. If you have something terrible physically wrong with you, the mental side of it will eventually follow on. If you have something mentally wrong with you, the physical side of it will carry on. I have an eating disorder. I struggle to eat. It's one of the most keep rolling. It ain't easy being cheesy. It's one of the most shameful aspects of my issues. I can't eat sometimes. I physically cannot eat. I cannot swallow, and I lose a lot of weight. And this is the thing with a lot of mental illnesses. You get these catch-22 situations. Catch-22 was it was actually a clause in. Shall I tell? Yeah, why not? It was a clause in the signing up to be a fighter pilot in the Battle of Britain. Clause 22 was you had to be of sound mind. I think 1 out of 4 were being shot out of the air and dying. And so you could not be of sound mind to take on this job. And yet you had to say you were sound mind. That's why it's called Catch-22. But I find this with a lot of mental stuff. Like, you have to eat to make yourself better. I'm a big advocate of eating healthily, sleeping properly, and exercising. These are the 3 things that you really have to get. They're very important. And so with my agoraphobia, if I can get outside, it will improve my mental health. But I need my mental health to improve to get outside. With the eating, if you start eating something a little bit, it will improve your appetite. But you have to start eating in the first place to do that. And you get into these catch-22 situations, and they're tough. But anyway, so I don't know if this will be. Sorry, I'm finding this terrifically emotional. It's really good to feel emotion. I've been depressed for, quite seriously depressed for a long time now. And you don't feel emotion. And so when you do feel emotion, be it whatever, happy, sad, it doesn't matter. It's just a joy. It's so nice to feel stuff again. I'm going to crack up in a minute, Shaky. We're going to have to give it a roll. But anyway, there are 5 things. There are 5 things that I've found in my experience that people sort of misinterpret and don't really understand about depression. We need a bigger conversation about this. We need to be grown up about it, especially about the S word, because that you cannot talk about. You cannot talk about it online. It's not in newspapers a lot. And yet depression kills someone. In the UK alone, every hour and a half. We have to prevent this. There's no cure for that. Only prevention. Anyway, this has been Robbie Phoenix, and that was the first episode of Mental Health Monday. We're going to do a few more of these because I got a lot to say on the subject. Thank you for watching.